In a world that celebrates loudness, fast reactions, strong opinions, and instant responses, calm has become a rare form of power. We often mistake strength for force. The louder the voice, the harder the hit, the quicker the comeback. But real strength doesn't need to announce itself. Real strength is calm under pressure. It's composure when emotion wants control. It's the stillness that can't be provoked or pulled off center. I'm your host, Isaac, and today, on the Standards of Excellence podcast, we're talking about one of the most misunderstood forms of power, emotional control, and why those who master it quietly shape the world around them. We live in an age where outrage is currency. People wear emotion like armor, thinking the louder they express themselves, the stronger they appear. But here's the truth. Reacting is easy. Responding is hard. Anyone can lose their temper, fire off a tweet, storm out of a room, or raise their voice. That's not power. That's impulse. And impulse is weakness in disguise. The strongest person in the room isn't the one who controls others. It's the one who controls themselves. Emotional control isn't about being cold or detached. It's about mastery. It's the discipline of choosing your response when the world tries to choose it for you. When you stay calm when others lose control, you don't just hold your peace, you hold your power. There's an old Japanese story that illustrates this perfectly. A wise samurai sat under a cherry tree when an angry man approached him, shouting insults, trying to provoke him into a fight. The samurai stays silent, still, calm. The man screams louder, throwing words like daggers. Finally, exhausted, the man demanded, "Why won't you fight me?" To which the samurai replied, "If someone offers you a gift and you refuse it, who does it belong to?" The man frowned and said, "To the one who offered it, of course." The samurai said, "Then I choose not to accept your anger." That is emotional control in real life. The ability to decide what you allow inside your mind and what you leave at the front door. Modern neuroscience backs this up. When emotion takes over, fear, anger, frustration, your brain's amygdala hijacks your rational thinking. It floods your system with stress hormones. It's why people say things they regret or make poor decisions when emotional. It's because their logic is turned offline. But here's the good news. Emotional control can be trained. The prefrontal cortex, the reasoning center of your brain, strengthens every time you pause before reacting. Each deep breath, each moment of restraint, each act of patience, that's mental strength training. Over time, it becomes automatic. You don't get swept away by emotions anymore, you steer them. And that's the key difference between emotional suppression and emotional mastery. Suppression buries the emotion, while mastery channels them. One of the most powerful tools in emotional control is something so simple, so easy, but we constantly avoid it. It's called the pause. The pause is that brief space between what happens to you and how you respond. It is small, but it matters so much. In that space, you have a choice. You can react impulsively, or you can respond intentionally. Most of life's regrets live in moments when people skipped that pause. They sent the message too soon, they spoke the words too harshly, or they made the decision too emotionally. The pause gives you perspective. It gives your emotions time to settle so your logic can return to the driver's seat. And when you learn to live inside that pause, even if it's only for 2 or 3 seconds, you unlock one of life's greatest powers. Self-control in real time. Every great leader you admire has mastered emotional control because leadership, in its truest form, is emotional stability under pressure. When a storm hits, people don't follow the loudest voice. They follow the calmest one. Calm signals confidence. Composure creates clarity. That's true in business, relationships, even self-leadership. The person who keeps their emotions steady becomes an anchor for others, the one others trust in moments of chaos. And ironically, that kind of calm doesn't come from weakness. It comes from strength that's been tested, challenged, and proved. Because control isn't built when things are easy. It's built in the moment when everything inside you wants to lose it, but you don't. So how do you begin developing emotional control in your own life? Let's look at it through a practical application. Step 1. Name what you feel. Awareness is the first step. You can't control what you refuse to acknowledge. Instead of saying things like, I'm mad, try saying, I feel disrespected or I feel unheard. Naming emotion turns chaos into clarity. Step 2, breathe before you speak. A deep breath resets your nervous system. It sounds so simple, but it's a literal neurological reset button. Step 3, respond with purpose. Ask yourself, what outcome do I want from this moment? Don't respond for revenge, respond for a resolution. And step 4, practice composure daily. Traffic, criticism, inconvenience, these are small emotional workouts. The more you practice calm in small moments, the more automatic it becomes in big ones. Emotional control is a skill, not a personality trait. It's trained like any other muscle. The world celebrates speed and noise, but strength often hides in stillness. It takes power to stay silent when provoked. It takes confidence to stay composed when others lose it. It takes leadership to bring calm into chaos. And that quiet strength, the ability to remain steady no matter what, that's what separates those who merely survive from those who become excellent. When you learn to control yourself, nothing outside of you can control you. That's not weakness. That is mastery. Anyone can react, few can remain composed. So today, practice strength the world can't see. The kind that doesn't need to shout, prove, or explode. The kind that listens, pauses, and responds with thoughtful wisdom. Because emotional control isn't about suppressing your power, it's about mastering it. Thank you for listening to the Standards of Excellence podcast. If today's message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs a reminder that silence is not weakness, it's wisdom. Until next time, pursue excellence, exercise emotional control, and make today matter.